And so it begins. I am Carcino here. Cool as I may introduce. Bam! The future of rock and roll. 97X. Bam! I want to welcome all of you that are here today. You are here today for the hour of power. Your boy Cino Cash. Dollar bills, y'all. Woo! So LeBron Ramon James is set to come back after the Lakers beat the Phoenix Suns and the Denver Nuggets. And the Lakers made my Nuggets. Thank you, Lakers. Thank you. Had a lot of fun after that game. Boy, did I have some fun. But this is neither here nor there. This is about the Los Angeles Lakers and what they're bringing to the table, ladies and gentlemen, and what they're presenting. Now, LeBron James has scheduled this because his former agent, Leon Rose, has been put as president of basketball operations for the New York Knicks. Now, follow me. Now, Rich Paul learned everything he knows from following and shadowing Leon Rose. LeBron leaves Leon Rose at CAA to go over and start his own thing with Rich Paul. This was okay with Leon Rose, letting LeBron James, his top client, leave the agency and go start an agency. Well, quote unquote, Rich Paul starts an agency and he just joined suit. You see what I'm saying? I want y'all to keep following this. Because it's going to get even more interesting. Now, remember, LeBron wouldn't even play games against the Knicks. He was frustrated. He was mad that they had Phil Jackson. He was saying that the owner needed to be replaced and all this. He was lobbying for it being toxic over there in New York because of Phil Jackson. Now, he took all these things out of context when it came to Phil. Got Leon Rose, his agent, in there, former agent. Okay, clutch players, and they start going over towards the Knicks now. Now everyone is Knick friendly. What do you think is going to be the return game for LeBron when they play the New York Knicks? People, you got to understand this is a circus. Okay, when I was a kid, we had the circus. Nowadays, they don't even have the circus anymore. But you had the circus. They brought out all the elephants. They brought the tigers out. And the tigers would jump through the hoop and all this stuff. And you were entertained as a child. And when you went to these events, you see the elephant get up on two legs. Ah, everybody's cheering. You seeing the people on the trampolines. They doing all these flips. And you seeing people. I mean, I was at a circus where everything went wrong. Like people missed. Like when they do the spinning thing and they tried to grab the person and they missed and they fell to the net. I was, oh, they missed. Everybody was, oh. And they just clapped anyway. And I'm like, dude, if that net went there, he was up out of there. Like the people that didn't used to use nets, the flying, what's that, Lawindas. It was about four of them gone from doing all that. It was a whole family. They just was flying in the air. Well, I've always looked at it a little differently. When it came to me, I had to look at things a little differently. It was entertainment. Now, they're forgetting one thing about doing all of this: the entertainment in it. We're not entertained. Isn't that why we're here? Are you not entertained? No, we're not entertained. So Burundi was supposed to play his game, but he came on late. So he's got to play against Jamil. I won because of everybody's availability last night in the Madden tournament on the PS4. Things were different. Jamil, he won the last one. I beat Christian. So Buns won his game, but then he ended up having to leave because he couldn't download his PS4. Now, how does this relate to the Lakers? To me, it's very simple. The Los Angeles Lakers are at a point of no return. The time to win is now. There's about 4 or 5 games left. So they have to close this thing out. It's the last couple of weeks coming up, like this last week of the NBA season. People are ready to start. This is why I'm winning money. I'm winning money because people don't understand is that teams like Detroit, Cleveland, these teams are shutting it down, man. They just out there playing. They win or lose, it don't really matter to them. So they can get waxed. I'm a Piston fan, and I knew, and I hate the Bulls, but I had to bet on the Bulls because money is money. I bet it on the Bulls and the Lakers. So I walked away with a fortune because I had to swallow my pride. Did I know the Lakers was gonna win last night? Hell yeah! Everybody said shocking. What was shocking about it? Hit the like button. What was shocking? Only shock is that y'all didn't know. The Lakers had 7 points. I'm like 7 points. Oh, sign me up. They'll get there in their sleep. So LeBron had chose the Knicks to be his comeback game. Kenwood, don't believe the hype. Gavin has been eliminated in back-to-back Madden tournaments. He ain't won a single game. Y'all just don't see those games. Plus, I keep beating him in 2K, and he don't like that too much. Now, let's get to the gist of this now. Because I want people to understand it. The Los Angeles Lakers, their main problem is this. They have a system of playing that is not conducive to being a successful team. They are too stagnated on offense. But with Leon Rose bringing in the New York Knicks and them doing what they're doing over there, what they've done is create a society where anything goes. It all makes sense. Guy AD can go down there, go one-on-one. Other guys are not even moving. They're just standing still, waiting to catch and shoot. And you play catch and shoot basketball. Sometimes it works. A lot of times it don't. The Lakers were up by 23 points in the fourth quarter. Phoenix cut that to 7, like real quick. Real quick. Clam started hitting some threes. Bang, bang, bang. Next thing you know, it's an 11-point game. Next thing you know, it's 9. People, it's an 8-point lead. They like, whoa, hold on. What the hell just happened here? Because the Lakers play stagnant. Caruso cannot run the point. He should never be running the point. He just dribbles the basketball around. He looks for a chance to score. He's not a facilitator. And guys are not moving. And they're just looking to swing the ball to get it to AD. When AD don't have it going and Pope is not hitting threes, if they have that magical game, they'll be able to play and be successful. Now, what the element LeBron brings to the game? When LeBron's on the court, Caruso is free to roam around. He's the only guy that would actually move out there. Kuzma stands still until the ball is shot, and then he's aggressive. He knows how to follow up. Kuzma's really good at offensive rebounding because he knows, like, this LeBron guy can't shoot. We need to crash the boards. But when you play smart teams like the Clippers, or what the Clippers was able to do was to get up on their three-point shooters, force them to drive towards the basket. And when they take threes, make sure they're out of their spots. They have their comfort spots. Pope likes to be in the corner when he shoots his threes, or he likes to run into his shot from the wing. If he dribbles and pulls into his shot and throws like a rainbow, he's very good at making those threes. But if you make him have to be still and pick up his dribble and he has to pull and shoot, then it's a different shot for him. Macklemore likes to shoot in a rhythm. Mac is a catch-shoot guy. But if you make him have to put the ball down a couple times and make him have to shoot drifting, change his direction, it throws his shot off. Throws a lot of their shots off. LeBron is a guy who got to sit completely still, like a statue, because he's somebody who's learning how to shoot threes. This was not part of his game growing up for the past 12 years. Him shooting the three was an anomaly. And if one went in, it was by pure luck. So his thing is, when he shoots the basketball, he has to be completely still. So he can shoot that brick shot of his. Now, Oh no, that's if everything stays the way it stays. Now, miracles happen, and the Lakers will wind up being 6, and Portland will wind up being 7. I'm just saying, the two teams that could two play people that complain about playing in the play, Luca and LeBron, they might not be playing in that. I'm just saying. Now it's an interesting game going on tonight. Portland versus Houston. I have Portland winning that game, but I did not bet they're scheduled to win that, or they perceive to win it by more than 14 points. It's a bit high. I know it's lay down season, but that's still a bit high for Houston. So what I did was, I think because Houston's going to score, Portland's defense is non-existent. So that's going to be a high-scoring game. So if you want some picks tonight, because Casino's winning money, y'all better be. I've been giving y'all free picks. If y'all ain't betting it, y'all gonna be regretting it. So I'm telling y'all right now, hit the like button, subscribe to the page, hit that notification bell. Now, well, if you from Chicago, then you know Bet Rivers, Illinois. You can bet on that all day. Now, but of course, you got to be 21 years of age. Now, if you ain't 21, you're gonna have the seat. Now, who would you bet today? Bet the over in the Houston Portland game. You want to bet the over in that game. Golden State and Utah, bet the over. The Indiana Pacers game, bet the over. Now there's your three. There's your three picks. All right, Jamil, you went to bed on Burundi. You supposed to play Burundi last night. But congratulations, you only won that because you was warmed up from playing. You caught me cold. Uh-oh, look at that. Burundi right on your trail. Sup, Jamil? Burundi hot on the trail. Hey, it's the PS4 version. Somehow it sucks. Hey, tell us something we don't know. But it's what we got. Jamil, you ready? So you gonna forfeit the game? 2K tournament now. Well, next time I'm at Gavin house, I'm playing 2K against you, Jamil. I don't got 2K because I refuse to get it. But Gavin has it. And I keep whooping on him with Luca. All right. Oh no, all of this is on the Screen Fade channel. We all in a big group chat for all the players. T, I don't know where he is. Did you talk to T Burundi? Well, I bet on Bet Rivers in Illinois. They got rivers in different states, but everybody else is different. I might bet the under in that Portland. Now, $20 in 3 games, depending on the odds of the games that you're picking. But 3 games, $20, you might get like, I don't know, 80, 90. Just, I don't know. Depends on the odds. I'm not over 50. I'm not even at 50. And no, I will never smoke weed. There's no purpose. Now, I'm my own retirement fund. I created a business. Don't you understand? Create your own. Work for yourself. Pay yourself. That way, when you are done, you don't have to depend on people to give you a handout because you're working for yourself. You're betting on yourself. Now, the problem is when you got to hire people because everybody don't have your same philosophy of work ethic and hard work. Yeah, I could be a couch potato. If this couch potato is sitting here chilling, man, I want to see this game with Burundi and Jamil. This gonna be a game. No, yeah, you never knew about all that stuff with Hugh, huh? Yeah. Michael Jordan got Hugh Hefner doors on his in the mansion. The first Playboy Mansion doors. They look like the gates of hell. And Michael Jordan had them in his house. When they closed down the Playboy, their first offices downtown, Michael Jordan wanted those doors in his house. And in case you don't know what they're talking about, that's on the Patreon. You learn about the real Hugh Hefner from us. We've been revealing a lot this entire month, and we only 10 days in. We still have the birth of Christianity coming, and it's going to blow everybody's mind. Just be patient because it is coming. And it's coming like a storm. No, I mean, to me, it's not history. I mean, what he's doing, Oscar Robertson did for they got him doing it for 5 years in a row. But they weren't even counting it when he was doing it. He's the reason they made the triple double a stat because he had done it 5 years in a row prior. What about those years? Russ ain't close. They just weren't counting him. So there is no record to get. If you start counting some in the middle of a season, it's like when people were doing it way before they would start counting it as a stat. The people who are in the front are not even in the front. Do you know how many triple doubles Wilt Chamberlain has? He would have the most quadruple triple doubles. If you go back and add his stats, he's averaging 12, 15 blocks a game, 24 rebounds a game, and he's averaging like 40 points a game. Wilt has done that his entire career. What are we talking about? Oscar Robertson he did it like 5 years in a row or 3 years in a row. He's averaged that. And then he did it previously for like another 5 years prior. They were like, man, we might have to add this as a stat because this guy is doing this every night. This is like a triple double. Somebody wrote it in an article, triple double king, like Oscar Robertson. This guy always has over 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. And that became a thing the NBA wanted to incorporate, the triple double, a stat. It was an article written in the papers that some journalists put out there and called it the triple double because he kept doing it. So when they made it a stat, he did it for like 3-4 years in a row. And that seemed to be what only people remember. And the year he didn't hit it, he only missed it by he averaged 9, like 9.6 or something. So he missed it again, barely. So the thing is, Oscar Robertson was doing that, and he always bring that up. He was like, man, I was doing this 4 or 5 years prior. I averaged that. So I really averaged it for about 6, 7, 8 years. And nobody really paid attention. And when somebody got attention, they made it a stat. So the NBA loved their stories. So that's why they had, Oscar Robertson present Russ with the MVP award that year. Well, the thing is, that's my second favorite player of all time. It's the Big O. See, here's the thing. How many championships does Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has in the NBA? 6, right? There we go. I was wondering to see, was somebody going to remember how many championships do Kareem has? Now, Kareem got his championship with the Milwaukee Bucks with Oscar Robertson as the point guard. Kareem was in there and he did everything he could, and that guy did not get anywhere without one guy. And that one person was Oscar Robertson. Matt Kareem, as great as he was, he needed that point guard that could get it done. He needed that. So that's why I would never have Kareem ahead of Oscar Robertson. The big O. And people's like, well, why Oscar Robertson only got one championship then? We're all his championships. For a point guard, it's not easy to do what he do and not have the pieces. He never had a team except for the one they had in Milwaukee. That was it. Then when he went to the Lakers, he didn't win until they got Magic. Without Magic, Kareem don't win 5 championships. No way. He don't do it. So you got to understand, as great as Kareem is, and he was great in college and everything else, he had to have the right pieces around him to be great, to win, actually, because he was going to be great. Don't get me wrong. Kareem, Lou Alcindor was tremendous. But he was not what I would call the best, in my opinion. He's one of them. Don't get me wrong. He's one of them. But I rank Magic over Kareem. Well, when they try to compare LeBron to Magic Johnson, the only comparison is that they like to facilitate. Um, LeBron likes to facilitate because he's great at playing second fiddle. He doesn't like pressure. Magic loves the pressure. Magic is made for those moments. In the clutch, Magic Johnson's going to hit that shot. It could be the weirdest shot in the world, and it's going in. Just because it's Magic. His last All-Star game he ever played when he came back in 92. And at the end of the game, what was he doing? Hitting threes. Throwing the ball up, it's dropping. Magic. You know, yeah, because after Magic hit that shot, it was still time left. Isaiah got the ball and let the time run out. He said, that's how the All-Star game should end. That's how it should end. That's the end of the game. Like, that's it. Because it gets no storybook than that. Who was my MVP this season? To me, I would go with probably Joel Embiid because to me, I mean, Joker is incredible. You know, if I had to do it, it would be co-MVP. Maybe two MVPs in a season. They just give it to Joel and the Joker. But they're going to probably give it to Joker because Joker has played like every game. And he's averaged basically a triple-double as a center in the league. But that just shows you the big man will dominate in this league. You know, in the league where there's no big men today can dominate because there are no real big men anymore. There aren't too many guys that's in the post moving around. So if you go to the post, who's going to stop you? One guy? Now, with Joel Embiid being able to dominate against the Patrick Ewings and the Elijah ones, no. Joel Embiid will be held to like 12 points a night. If that. If he went up against the Elijah ones or the David Robinsons and guys of that nature back then. And he was like, well, Joel could shoot the three. Well, that's good for Joel because that's where all his points will come from. Because he wouldn't be able to muscle those guys out in the paint. And the power forward would have slid over and be able to help out on defense. See, the rules are different now to open up the lanes to allow people to be able to perform. You guys can hit the like button. You know, if you want to support the page, my Cash App is Carcino. I will allude, I did see that Cash App. I'm glad you liked the Rick James, Don King story. I put that live for everybody here on this channel so you guys could all see it and enjoy it. It was a great story. We enjoyed putting that out for you guys. So I'm just glad everybody was receptive to it. Well, LeBron James is picking and choosing when he wants to return. Yeah, the Lakers did all the dirty work. They beat the Nuggets and the Phoenix Suns without LeBron. Wow, they beat two of those teams without you, LeBron. Those are the top four teams in the West. The only teams to put the Lakers in their place. Let me see, betting the Lakers games, I have been almost flawless when it comes to betting the Lakers games. Flawless. That is one bet people should listen to me on. When I say bet the Lakers in the points, the Lakers covered against the Portland Trail Blazers. They were scheduled by 8 to lose by more than 8 points. They didn't. They lost by 9. I mean, they lost by 7. So they covered. So I remember winning that bet. Then the Clippers, I said the Clippers are going to blow them out. They're going to get blown out against the Clippers. I told you it was going to be the Afro blowout. I remember telling you guys on the live, that game is going to be an Afro blowout. We went live during the game. I think we streamed the whole game. And you was seeing me go. Then I told you, bet them. Again, they're going to beat the Phoenix Suns. Told you. They can't continuously let the Lakers. Once I saw what was happening with Portland, and Portland won that game against San Antonio, I said, because I picked the Spurs to win. I was like, ain't no way they finna have Portland lose. I mean, win this game. And then once they won, I said, oh, Lakers are beating Phoenix. Lakers are beating Phoenix tomorrow. That just told me. Portland won. Where's the sheet? Lakers, Phoenix. They beating Phoenix tomorrow. You gotta know how this thing works. The Dallas Mavericks won. The Brooklyn won. I told you it was easy. I said this was the easiest thing I ever betted in my life. My buddy won because he listened to me. My buddy T came up. Shoot, he winning 1,600 a week, baby. Shoot, we coming up. He was like, man, this was great. Yeah, the Clippers gave him the Afro blowout. With the cone. Left the pick in there. Well, you got to understand that most people out there, they don't understand how the process of being like one of the greatest players in the game, how that works, how that like affects everybody that's in the game playing. You know, you want to definitely be an example for. Well, they got sports betting apps online. Every place is different. I bet with Rivers. I used to do 5 dimes, but now everybody has a betting app now because of where you live or how old you are. If you're old enough to bet, you can, but you got to try or find one that's closer to you. I use Bet Rivers. So Rivers are in a. I'm in Bet. I'm in Illinois, so it's Bet Rivers, Illinois for me because we have a Rivers casino here. Now, if you have a Rivers that's close to you, you might be able to bet. Now, if I go out of town somewhere and I want to try to bet the game, I can't go to Bet Rivers, Illinois, because they have a geolocation that makes sure that you have to be in Illinois in order to bet it. It's just like the state lottery. You can't play the state lottery out of state. I can't be out of the country trying to play the Mega Millions. Well, you know, it's like this. There are so many people in the world, so many people in the world. And there are a lot of people that don't understand how things are supposed to go as opposed to the way it should go. And when they start seeing things that are not usually abundant with how the process works, they get defensive. And when you have people that get very defensive about every little thing, then you're stuck in this scenario bowl where everybody's stuck in weird scenarios. I mean, Joel Embiid or Joker. The thing is, Joel has a lot more to do, I think, than the Joker. I think the Joker has a better team. You know, anybody that got Ben Simmons on their team, they should get the MVP just to play with a guy like that. Um, his attitude, everything, I can't deal with it. No, it should say the Sports Rivers Sports Book, Rivers Sports Book. That's Ticket. That's Ticket doing this thing. My man Ticket TV. Shout out to Ticket. Shout out to my man HD. D Style. My man Chris Carlson for the Rope Dope Radio Show. The Boxer Socialist, y'all. So many of it. You got CP for the win. His channel. I can't catch everybody's channel. I'm busy working on my own. So I gotta go back and watch stuff later. You know? Oh yeah, Ticket crazy. Ticket TV emotional. Ticket nuts, man. I love that. I don't know, man. It's my man 78 Sports TV. My man Blood Boxing. Blood back doing his thing. Yeah, man. Look, these guys, man, I love them people with edge because they're not mechanical like that. Like the fake dude. What's his name? The breakthrough guy. I don't like him at all. And he's boring. He's well, the thing is I'm like, who watches this guy? Who tunes in? I'm falling asleep already. He has no personality whatsoever. None. Zero. Trying to show off his body all the time. I'm going in, they're checking my back when I played. And he act like he was in the NBA or something. I'm like, dude, you played in the rec center and you dunked the basketball. Congratulations. You know how many people that played basketball had a six-pack? It's like, dog, go sit down somewhere. I know, and now he's playing ball with the league. That's good. Do your thing. I know, like, I don't hate on his money. I'm just talking about him in general. He's terrible, but people like it. That's on them. He said you can't have an opinion with Ticket. You got to agree with him or you out. I mean, he got the quickest hook. He got the quickest hook I've ever seen of anybody with a channel. I mean, he just be like, man, how you get back in here? I thought we got rid of you. You ain't nothing but a hater. Bow, block. He's out of here. I'll be like, man, dog, wait a minute. Hold on. I thought the name of this thing was, trying to get subscribers and people to watch the channel. Not get rid of everybody. Man. Ooh-wee. Nah, I eat tuna. I normally eat tuna and poultry, man. Just straight poultry. Like, I rarely eat steak. I ate a roast beef sandwich, and that was the last thing of meat I've eaten. Everything else, tuna, and tuna. Ticket is weird. I could go for a steak right now. Who wouldn't? Tuna good for you? Of course, tuna is good for you. I'm eating cranberry tuna. That's what I'm finna eat right now for my lunch, which is really my breakfast. I'm only up this early because I got stuff to do. If you put up 250, they should give you 250 to cover. I don't even know where my 250 went. Yes, tuna with cranberries in it. I'm a cranberry fan. It's good for your dietary. Help clean your system out. You didn't know cranberry juice was good, right? Yes, I normally eat salmon uh, or codfish. I don't like FanDuel because I don't really like believing in people to do things. Like if I'm betting on Steph Curry, yeah. But like on here, you could bet if an individual gonna hit a home run. You could bet if a certain player. I don't have time for that. I need to bet the game. Now the game I know. I can't tell you if somebody finna hit a three or how many threes. You could bet on how many threes Steph Curry hit. I don't have time for that. I want to bet the game. Just let me at the game. Because I want to go with the league. Instead of arguing against the league, saying you cheating, I know you trying to help them win. I'm be like, I know they trying to help them win. This is what happened at the casino when I was in Mississippi. They had this machine so ragged. Every now and then it would go. We playing roulette, and sure enough, the thing would spin, and it would make this crazy sound like kadoof. I'm like, what is that? And then it would land on 00 every time it made that sound. And I was like, man, y'all cheating. Damn it, y'all know I had this thing down locked. And here it comes, kadoof. And I'm like, man, I went back. I was so mad. I went upstairs and I came down there. I'm like, yeah, every time it made that damn sound, it landed on 00. Man, they cheating. I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on. Every time it make that sound and land on 00, I'll be to the ATM machine. I'll be right back downstairs. I went back downstairs so quick to get on that damn machine. I'm like, man, it didn't even hit me. I'm like, I need this. Every time it make that sound, it's gonna hit 00. Man, I'll place my bets and I'll wait on it. And I heard it say kadoof, and I went stack. As soon as it said that, I was calm as can be. Kadoof, stack, and it hit. Boom, 00. I'm acting all natural. Woo! Good hit. Yeah. Glad that happened. Now, I'm sitting there and I'm looking like, I'm going to make a fortune. And you know what they did? They stopped letting it hit 00. They was like, oh, you think you done learned something. You think you tough. I've never been a big lobster fan. I don't like to have to play with my food and crack it. Lobster meat tastes great. Dipped in that butter, woof. But I'm like, look, give me the lobster when it's cracked and they pull all the meat out. I don't want to have to do none of the work. Okay, my job is to eat. That's I'm not here. I'm like, look, I don't want to go to a restaurant. I got to go in here and do all this work just to eat. I'm like, look, I'm paying to come in here to eat. Y'all bring the food over. I grab a fork and the knife. I'm ready to go. I don't need to be trying to cutting my hand. Ah, damn it. My damn hand. You get some of them crab legs, they don't crack. You damn, my damn hand cramp. You get those crazy, dude. That is too much work to eat. Now, yeah, we got 2 minutes to go. So let's end it on what's going on here with LeBron. LeBron's gonna return against the Knicks, and supposedly he's ready to play now, like he wasn't before. Like what is 3, 4 more days gonna give you some? Oh, I'm 3, 4 more days away. You're not gonna get better until you play. They're gonna raise the banner. See, I ain't told nobody that. They finna raise the banner on when they play to Houston at home, the Rockets, because the Rockets, they gonna blow them out. And I guess they're gonna blow the Rockets out the water. They play tomorrow night. Tomorrow is the Knicks and Lakers. They don't play tonight. So, any questions you want to ask, you can ask right now because we just hit the 1 hour mark, which means this is the mark I get ready to get out of here. Hopefully, you guys have hit all the like buttons on there. For those who didn't hit the like button, you hit it already. But the Lakers, once they beat the Phoenix Suns, LeBron didn't want to play against Phoenix and had to get worked out. About to win some money tonight. That's right. I gave you 3 winners. Take those picks. My early prediction for the Knicks game, the Knicks will win against the Lakers. That's my early prediction, but let me I gotta wait to see it though. Okay. So what is the questions y'all have? Will the Lakers win the NBA championship this year? No. What do you think about the Lakers playing the Clippers in the first round? Goodbye, Lakers. Um, oh, darkness wins. That's why I had to get out of the. I had to get out of that live. I told you, sleep just hit me while I was driving. I'm like, whoa. Sleep had hit me so much. I was driving home the wrong way. Like I was way out. I had to get off the live and pay attention to the road because I'm like, I can't. This ain't gonna be my end. I ain't finna go out like this, sleeping behind the wheel, going into a truck with all this money in my pocket. No way. I'm like, we're gonna have to stop, have my head out the window, get it because it was 50 degrees outside. I'm like, let me stick my head out the window for a while. Sleep just hit me like smack. I thank God I made it home. Pretty much. But it depends on who you are, they'll have it handled. He punked DMX. There's no way in a million years K Solo gonna punk DMX. That's just not gonna happen. Do I have more wrestling stories? Oh, I got a ton of them. Tons. So oh, when was that, Jeremy? When did he shout me out today? Oh yeah, I heard the new Venom trailer out with Carnage. I gotta check that out. How do you donate? My cash app is Carcino, Karceno. Dark Side of the Ring. Yes, I've seen Dark Side of the Ring before. Of course, they keep giving Tim Tebow jobs, but the truth about Tim Tebow, you need to go to the Patreon and we talk about that. The truth about Pac and Keisha Cole is Keisha Cole dated one of the drug dealer hustlers that knew Pac and everything. Pac hung around dudes with money, and Keisha Cole was like his girlfriend, not Tupac's, but the drug dealer guy, in the Bay. She used to date him. So Pac and her was never messing around. Pac wasn't gonna cross that dude, no. Is Morgan Freeman God? Part God, yeah. I'm only saying that my voice should be the voice of God. No one else, no exception. They used to call me Crazy Joe. Now they can call me Batman. But now, in this new age, they can call me Gatman. Oh, man, I'm getting out of here, man. We went 10 minutes more than we should have. Don't forget, if you're not part of the Patreon, you gon' miss it. I swear, you don't want to miss this because they might try to take it down. It is too explosive. I promise you that. I promise you. Birth of Christianity is going to change your life. Trust me. It's not just some conspiracy theory. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is something you're going to want to show your parents. This is something you're going to want to show everybody you know. T, what's up, man? You've been missing in action. This tournament going on, and I'm like, where's T? When you get home? Yeah, the Madden tournament is underway. Dog, you in the tournament. I had to play your game. You let me say, Burundi got to play Jamil. You playing Taz. That's who you play. You play Taz. You in the chat. Have you not looked at your messages? You were supposed to play Christian, but I ended up playing him because he was ready to play and you weren't there, so we just switched it up. So now you playing Taz. Burundi got to play Jamil now, so that's jumping off. And my man Bunks, he got to play. He's got to play my man's over here. He's got to play my man's Game Reaper. Game Reaper was ready to go. He was like, I think there should be a forfeit and I should be in the next round. Game Reaper in there tearing some heads off. I'm like, where's T at? Yeah, B Son. That's right, B Son. Yeah, we got to get more people. Like we did a PS5 Madden tournament. I lost in the finals to Jamil because I wasn't even really ready to play. I was trying to send him in a message saying that we'll play later on when I come back. He was ready to play. He had just played his game. I had played my the other day prior. He played his that day, so he was warmed up. But that's no excuse. I played Sledge last night. I know, and he should have told you that you were supposed to play Taz. I won, of course. Now, see, if that was in the tournament, he'd have been eliminated. But now he got to play. What's his name? I told him, I was like, tell T he's in the tournament. T, you in the messages. You don't check your notifications or nothing on your PlayStation. It's about 30 messages up in there. All the players are in there. But I'm finna go eat my cranberry and tuna sandwiches. Baseball. I mean, hockey finna be over, so all I'm gonna have is baseball, which is gonna suck. I want to see if T can take them all out. So when you gonna be home to play, T? All right, we'll go in the chat. I ain't been on there yet. I'm finna fire it up now while I'm eating my doggone sandwiches. I'll holler at you though.